Are you looking for 8 best things to do in Ottawa? Ottawa become designed with travelers in mind. There's masses to peer and do, and the entirety is only a quick stroll away. First off, there are points of interest which you actually cannot avoid: visiting Parliament Hill and walking alongside the Rideau Canal. If you want museums, you then definitely ought to subsequent take a look at the incredible famous housed in world magnificence institutions just like the National Gallery of Canada and the Canadian Museum of History. If that Canadian extrade is burning a hollow for your pocket, take a look at the metropolis's active and ever famous ByWard Market. Here is the list of 8 best things to do in Ottawa. 1. Rideau Canal. Snaking its manner through the middle of Ottawa, the Rideau Canal is one of the metropolis's maximum ancient points of interest. This 125-mile waterway became firstly built among 1826 and 1832 to create a stable deliver and communications course among Montreal, Quebec, and Kingston, Ontario, kind of 120 miles southwest of the capital. It's additionally a UNESCO World Heritage website online and one of the metropolis's maximum loved functions. 2. ByWard Market. Sitting within inside the coronary heart of downtown Ottawa, the loved ByWard Market is one of the USA's oldest and biggest public markets. Throughout the year, you may discover nearby providers promoting the entirety from memento trinkets to maple sugar sweet to homemade cold climate requirements like hats and mittens. This is the perfect area for clean produce or a reasonably priced meal on the go at some point of the summer. Out-of-doors stalls promote nearby favorites like poutine French fries crowned with cheese curds and gravy and beaver tails. Surrounding the principal marketplace constructing, domestic to the Moulin de Provence bakery, a fave snack for stall of President Obama, are several boutiques, eating places, and nightlife spots. Don't fear if you are traveling with inside the winter, the ones equal yummy stalls live open. However, they simply pass indoors. 3. Canadian War Museum. Perched at the steep slopes framing the Ottawa River, the Canadian War Museum can pay homage to Canada's lengthy and violent army history, consisting of its involvement with inside the French and Indian War, and each World Wars I and II, designed by way of means of Raymond Moriyama, one of the hundreds of Japanese Canadians imprisoned at some point of World War II. This stoic museum homes remnants from Canada's several army endeavors, a lot of which ended in tragedy. Among the museum's extra than 3 million artifacts, it homes artillery, uniforms, medals, documents, sound, and visible recordings, and uncommon vehicles. It additionally showcases transient interactive exhibitions, inclusive of a latest show that advised the tale of WWI Air Flight 11 though a photo novel presentation. 4. Parliament Hill. Acting because the anchor of downtown Ottawa, those 3 neo-Gothic systems are difficult to miss. Like its mamas of England, Canada is ruled by a way of means of a parliamentary democracy, and it's far right here at the hill that choices are made on the way to run the use of but similar to the metropolis itself, the Parliament homes place travelers on a pedestal, catering to their whims with unfastened guided tours, concerts, cultural exhibitions, or even a seasonal after-hours sound and mild show. Recent vacationers stated traveling Parliament Hill is an enjoy you cannot miss, with many announcing that on foot across the palatial homes felt like taking a step lower back in time. The informed courses have been any other factor of reward for reviewers. 5. National Gallery of Canada. Facing Parliament Hill in downtown Ottawa, the National Gallery of Canada is a have-to for all artwork aficionados. This amazing glass structure, without difficulty identified by a way of means of the gargantuan spider sculpture at its entrance, homes works from heavyweights like Da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Picasso at the site of indigenous and cutting-edge pieces. You'll additionally discover a few works by a way of means of well-known Canadian artists like Joseph Laguerre and Antoine Plamondon, amongst many others. There also are a number of transient famous every year. 6. Gatineau Park. When you want a wreck from the metropolis, head to Gatineau Park. Located simply 15 minutes from downtown Ottawa, this almost 90-acre park gives loads of year spherical activities, consisting of swimming, hiking, biking, camping, snowboarding, and snowshoeing, similarly to background websites, and nature interpretation. Among the standout points of interest is the Mackenzie King Estate, which became built in 1903 by way of means of Canada's 10th top minister, William Lyon Mackenzie King. You can discover the wooded paths surrounding the estate, peek into its restored cottages, or maybe forestall into the Mackenzie King Terrum for a gap of tea. 7. Canadian Museum of Nature. Housing extra than 10 million specimens, the Canadian Museum of Nature showcases 4 billion years of Earth history. Recent traffic agreed that is a have-to-see, particularly if you are traveling with children. Way to all the museum's hands-on famous. Here, you may analyze extra approximately prehistoric fossils, insects, natural world, An extra, start out with inside the Mammal Gallery, in which you may view dynamic shows on Canadian animals, then head over to the Bird Gallery to peer the biggest series of Canadian birds with inside the world. 8. Canada Aviation and Space Museum. The Canada Aviation and Space Museum is domestic to the use of A's Maximum Complete series of antique plane, which incorporates extra than 130 artifacts and plane from each Army and Civil Service. The principal showcase hall, called the Walkway of Time, follows Canadian aviation tendencies from the beginning of the 20th century through to the current, and functions each genuine planes and replicas of the maximum influential plane. You may even e-book a sightseeing flight over Ottawa in a Waco UPF-7, an antique, open cockpit biplane that dates lower back to 1939. The museum additionally gives seasonal sightseeing flights in a Cessna plane